talk, I will be telling you guys how to be more positive. And the first thing is to see that it is possible for you. No one's really born like a pessimist or an optimist, even though people label themselves like that. People call me positive all the time, but I'm actually really negative sometimes and for long periods of time. And that's not because that's part of me. Like, I'm not an optimist or a pessimist. I'm actually just a person, and we're all just people. And I'm seen as positive more because that's who I like to bring out to the world, and that's who I use more often. And we all have both sides inside of us. If you've ever had a positive thought, you can be an optimist. You're not born that way. It's just choices that you make and consistent ways of thinking patterns, you know? Positivity rocks. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And another thing that really helps me to become more positive is to see the benefits of positivity. I really like to stay positive because I see that it adds value to the people around me. Like, when I'm really positive, people around me tend to be happier, and people want to be around people that are positive. If someone's complaining all the time, then it's kind of, you don't mean to be mean, but it's just hard to keep going because it kind of influences you, and then it's hard to feel good after that, and it kind of wears you down a little. I feel like when you're positive, it makes the people around you happy, and that makes you happy, and also it makes people who are more positive, I feel like it, in a way, it makes them become someone that people want to be around more. And who doesn't want to become someone that people actually want to be around? And I feel like overall positivity just makes life better. You know what I'm saying? It's all about story. People always say it's all about perspective, but once you're positive, so many situations that used to weigh you down so much and feel so painful, they can turn around and feel so light and happy and so much better. Another thing that I do that helps me to become more positive is to surround myself with a little dose of love. Whenever I feel loved, I just feel happier naturally, and when I'm happier naturally from a source of love, it's positivity just flows from my soul. I don't know how to explain it, but I love to surround myself with love by being around my friends, or just connecting with someone, or just calling my family, and it makes a huge difference. Naturally, when you're surrounded by love, it naturally makes everyone happier because we're social creatures. We're meant to be around other people. And another thing that has helped me so much is that I then show it. Show what? So, another thing that has helped me, oh, thank you for the I appreciate that. Okay. Is fearing negativity. People always say bad things are, horrible. I wish this never happened. Show love. Just be showing love. Love you guys, okay? I love you. Love you. Wait. What's that? Love you. Okay. I think that people always say struggle and bad times are something that people just shouldn't have to go through, and it's really sad or whatever. But the truth is, struggle and bad times can be some of the biggest gifts of your life. You should struggle. You should have a bad time. And I wish that upon everyone. Not because I want you to suffer, but because I want you to be able to get the benefits of that and be able to experience an even better life. Hey guys, what's up? Dominic, Ace, oh my god! Yo, people used to call me Ace, but then I told them to stop because it sounded like a guy. How are you guys? Welcome to the stream. We're talking all about positivity. Okay. At least you have me to talk to. Yeah, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you showing up, honestly. Alright. Hoodies! Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're having a little positivity talk, and I'm sharing about how something that really helps me a lot with positivity is fearing negativity. I'm scared to be negative sometimes, to be too negative, because there have been a lot of experiences in my life when I was super negative. Hey, thank you for the like. Can you give a sickening, pissening shout out to Big Lenny? Hey guys, check out Big Lenny. He's awesome. I haven't seen his content yet, but we both gotta check it out. If he wants to tell us what his channel's about, tell us about it. Okay. Hey, thank you for the like. I really, really appreciate that, man. So, anyways, there was a time in my life I noticed every time I was really, really negative, horrible things that I wouldn't wish upon even like my worst enemy. Like, really bad things happened. And they say the law of attraction is real. When you think negative, you're attracting negative things. And I noticed that to be true. Last year in the summer, I was really negative. At one point, I like even hit my car door really aggressively. I was like swearing. I was really, really angry and upset. And then after that, like, this incident happened. It was completely horrible and terrifying, and negative shouldn't be, right? You're so right, because it, like, there's things that will happen that nobody really, you don't know, like, what could happen. And I also, there was a time when I was like worried a lot, and I just had a situation where I was like, okay, I was so negative, and then this event happened, and I'm scared it's going to happen again, so I have to do something different. So I decided maybe the law of attraction is real. Let's just try to be really, really happy. So I was literally terrified to be negative. Like, I was happy all the time, straight up. I was smiling more than I should have. And in that experience, not only was I safe, but my love life, like, it took off. And beyond that, I met someone super amazing. My business did the best it ever did, and I didn't even do one thing differently. It was like magic was happening around me. People were just agreeing, and things were just falling in place when they never would have. But are you worried now? Sometimes I am, but the truth is, I'll figure it out, you know? And I know things are different, especially where I am, and especially because I know, like, I just know certain things, and I know certain people now, so I'm a lot more safe, you know? So I'm really, really thankful for that. Okay, so another thing that happened was that my gums, they got, like, super, super swollen. Don't be. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, man. How about you? Do you ever feel like you get worried, or are you just, like, chilling, like, everything's good, you know? But anyways. Another thing that happened is that my gums got super swollen, they were bleeding, and they were hurting like 24/7. I was even like scared to eat, and I got to the point where like I started to get this headache, and I couldn't even work. So I was like bedridden, and I couldn't do anything. I was trying to respond to leads, I was trying to respond to messages, but even just turning on my phone, answering it, and sending a text, it was a huge burden. It was so hard, and I never want to do that again. But the truth is that there is no reason that my gums were like that. I should have had a healthy immune system, because I was super like healthy. I worked out every day, and I was eating greens. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. But the reason that I got sick is because I was so negative. I'm a super chill guy. Hey, good, that's awesome, man. Okay. So I was so negative before that. I was crying a lot. I was thinking like the worst things. I was not having the kindest thoughts towards some people, and I was just so like broken down internally. And that's a choice. Things don't just happen to us. Like, that's a choice. I made those choices, and that's where it led me. And that I was terrified to be like negative, so I was super, super positive, blowing up. And it's like I searched up so many ways to be more positive. I kept thinking, what can I do to be more positive, stuff like that. And how can I be happier? How can I like just do this one thing? I know it'll work. But I was so in my head that the second that I had a good enough reason why to stay positive, when I felt it, it just happens effortlessly, and it's amazing. Even though it wears off, because after a while, pain does wear off. Like, people get hungover, they'll like throw up everywhere, and they say they'll never drink again, but like 3 weeks later you forget and you go for it again. And fearing negativity is great, but it's a good head start. It's not always like the solid foundation. And you didn't have anyone to talk to. I do have people to talk to, but I don't really like talking to people about my problems unless I'm looking for a real solution, because I feel like I used to feel loved for my problems, so I don't really like when people try to help me. I don't like when people have compassion for me. I don't like when people help me in a way. And that explains a lot about how I behave, because that's just how my belief systems operate, you know? So, anyways, last thing is that, I mean, back then, you know what, back then I did have people to talk to, but, like, yeah, it's, I don't know how to say it, like, yeah, no, I did have people to talk to. It was fine. It's not like, the situation wasn't really bad. I just don't like to, like, it wasn't, like, a horrible situation, like, super, like, sad and messed up. It's just, it was a scary situation. It was bad. And it was, like, I don't talk about it, because last time when I used to talk about it, other people would hear, and then they would, like, when you talk about bad situations, it just creates more of it. So I just say a bad situation happened, because I don't want to create that kind of energy here. I just try to focus on the lesson. And, like, back then, like, of course I had people to talk to. Like, it was good. I was, like, scared for, like 2 weeks, but then I got over it. Like, yeah, it's definitely not what you think it is. Like, it wasn't that bad, but it was, like, really bad. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to create it again, so I'm trying to avoid, like, saying what happened, and, yeah. Jump man. Okay, sorry. Another thing that I use to stay more positive. Oh, wait, hold on. Someone came in. Please. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Okay. So, anyways, what about you? Do you feel like that you usually have someone, like, to go to whenever things get challenging, or no? Well, yeah, anyways. Another thing that I did... Oh, please don't cry. Okay, so something that really helps me stay positive is gratitude, and this is like a superpower. It seems like the stupidest, lamest shit on earth, like just a fucking emotion, but it actually does so much. I used to be someone who, like, always had so many expectations, and I always thought I was gonna get what I wanted, and I would get upset easily. But you know what? Gratitude helps so much, because it calmed me down, and it made me see the good, and to stop expecting things and appreciate, like, what I'm given in life. And are we sightseeing again? What's sightseeing? Yeah. Why the mask? So I'm actually on the 4th floor of where I'm at, and they don't really like when people don't wear masks. There's no one here, but I just want to respect the rules, because, you know, we chilling. Okay. Sights. Are we sightseeing again? Oh man, I'm sorry. This is just a quick video on positivity. Next time we will. If you want to. If that's what you guys want. We go to New York. We go have fun. We go explore, okay? I'll take you guys out. Hey, brothers will be all being one. What's up? Okay. I feel like gratitude is something that naturally raised up my energy and made me happier. And it forces me to naturally look at the good and to see it and to enjoy it and to make a big deal out of all the good that we have in our... What's going on? What is a sky full of stars? Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, doesn't hurt to ask for other people's opinions. Okay, so what do you mean? A lot of times I have a hard time communicating with people, because I feel like we all see life differently, and I don't fully understand a lot of what people are saying. So what did you want me to ask for your opinion about? Okay, sounds good. So the way to, like, increase gratitude in your life, people always say, wake up and, like, think and really feel 3 things that you're really grateful for. And then when you go to bed, think of 3 things that you're really grateful for, and, like, feel it in your heart. Because when you sleep, like, you feel it, it runs in your subconscious mind, and when you wake up, it, like, determines the rest of your day. What the hell is it? Oh my god! Thank you so much for the welcome to Livets and the snacks. I really appreciate you stopping by. What the hell? Okay, oh, never mind. Let's talk about YouTube. Okay. Hold on, give me a second. So, oh my god, thank you for the cats and dogs. Jesus, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Okay. So, Like, yeah, someone said let's talk about YouTube. We're gonna talk about YouTube in like 2 quick seconds. I'm just gonna finish off like the whole positivity vibes and everything. But another thing that really helps out is that I typically like see positivity as a way to win. I'm someone who thinks that things like should be fair, and that's always a belief that I've had. But sometimes they're not in life, and I feel like a loser if I'm just gonna complain about something and be sad about it, because then what do you get out of it? Nothing. And in a way, if I decide to, hey, what's up? How are you? God, I'm so happy you're talking, because I see you all the time, but we don't really get to have like conversations, you know? And I wish I have your attitude. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, but I feel like we all do, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all have like, I don't know how to say it. Like, we all have that, you know, in us. Like, sometimes I didn't have this, but sometimes I just had to go get it, you know what I'm saying? Like a snack. We you know, pick it off the shelf and you like, you know, okay. That was a really bad metaphor. So anyways, whenever something bad happens to me, to make it fair, I always try to focus on the benefit or the way I can win or the way that I can grow. Because I'm like, no, this isn't it. There's a reason for this. Things are going to work out. Things are going to be better. And I remember I was clashing with somebody earlier. Thank you so much for the sec. I appreciate you. Okay. So I was clashing with someone earlier, and like we were kind of like getting in some disagreements, and I was so angry and so upset about it. But it led me to change, and it led me to a different choice and path in my life. And if that hadn't have happened, I don't know what I would be doing right now. I'd probably be in the same place. I love where I am. But because there was a clash, it forced me to think differently and decide to choose a different path in life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you go to a restaurant. Let's say you order like food. Let's say you're gluten-free. And you're like, yeah, I want gluten-free pasta. And then they feed you gluten. And you're like allergic to gluten. Usually, like, if you're really nice about it, if you're like, hey, I'm actually like gluten-free, like this is going to mess up my system, they'll be nice about it. Either they'll replace your pasta with a gluten-free one, or sometimes they even like try and make it up and like give you a cookie, you know? I feel like in real life, you're not going to get that free cookie for someone messing up your order. But you can decide to get a different kind of reward. And that reward only comes when you decide to manifest it yourself, you know?